Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on the Xbox Developer Direct that happened in 2025. And let's just say that it was actually interesting, especially the surprise fourth game, and I'll talk about that later. So I'm going to give my thoughts on all four games because to some extent, when I saw the presentation, they look interesting. It's the graphic, the mechanic, the aesthetic about the game. It is sort of a modern game. The future is now, right? So anyway, first of all, I'm going to give more thoughts about this game. I did talk about it a bit in the past, and that is South of Midnight. So before even I continue, I want to kind of digress and talk about the history behind it, the controversy, especially if you're following certain group in the community, whether the left side or the right side, if you know what I mean. First of all, if you watch my update video, I did mention about my position, politics in video game, and for me, I am neutral. I don't give a damn about the left side nor the right side. I like what I like, I hate what I hate. So if the game is good enough, if the story's good, if the graphics good, the gameplay is good, whatever, I am going to willing to play it. I'm not going to be voting with my wallet politically just because, there's a certain element that the right people don't like, or there's a certain element that the people don't like bunch of bullshit, wasting my time. All I just want to do is play video game. And like I said, I'm neutral. And if you want to know my opinion about those group, whether it's left side, right side, or whatever, all I can say is just grow up. That's what I'm going to say. Again, I have no problem with the people, their opinion, but to somebody who just want to play video game, a lot of this bullshit crap is just getting in my face. And there's a reason why, if you watch my Capcom vs. SNK video about the disclaimer, that in the end, I did get agitated because it was getting in my face that was unnecessary. So for both sides, in my humble opinion, grow up. So anyway, yes, of course the controversy with this game is because it's working with a particular consultant company that people don't like. Again, here's the deal. Vote with your wallet no matter what. Whether it benefits the company, does not benefit the company, benefits the consumer, whatever. Make your own decision. You're a bunch of grown-ass people. Vote with your wallet. Don't like whatever, don't buy it. Yeah, it goes both ways. So I'm just going to say that. But for me, my opinion about it is that, yeah, the story is all about, in the South. Again, I don't know, like New Orleans or something. I don't know. And that it's a superstitious story that the main character, I guess what it looks like, that sort of went to a supernatural place. I'm just going to say that. And like I said, the graphic itself, it looks interesting for what it is. Gameplay's an action game. Story-wise, it is what it is. We'll see what it is. So, am I interested to playing this game? It's going to be on Game Pass. So, if I decide to get Game Pass, maybe. But like I said, if the story fits, if it's interesting to me, if it's worth my time, I'll go play it. But that's it. So, what about the DA factor? I don't give a shit about that. It is tiring, but it is what it is there. So, for me personally, about South of Midnight, looks interesting in my opinion. If you like the story, go for it. There you go. And of course, you might say, is this going to be a multi-platform game because you've been following what Xbox was doing? Looks like this one is published by Microsoft Studio. So, it might be in the long run, but as of right now, I think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. And it's going to be day one in Game Pass. So, there you go if you want to try it out. Coming out in April 8, 2025. So, there you go. It is what it is there. You decide whether you want to support this game or not. So, the next one is Expedition 33. So, the rest of the game I'm going to be mentioning, surprisingly, are a third-party game. Even so, I think Bethesda's owned by Microsoft, but, it's Bethesda, come on. You would be smart to make it multi-platform, just saying that. So, again, I digress. Back again with Expedition 33. It's a turn-based game, and it's supposed to be something to do with art creation or art literature, art picture. You're going to an art picture, and then you do something about it. You're trying to fix the art, and with that, and then like I said, the gameplay, it is a turn-based. Again, I like turn-based like Final Fantasy, so it might be interesting, but we just have to wait and see. So right now, when I saw it, I'm like, oh man, you know what? It might be some sort of potential with this game. Again, Game Pass, that's a bit of an advantage. You can play all your game, your Netflix style. But for what it is right now, I don't see anything political about it. You have to go there because it's an American-made game. Oh my gosh, there might be some political crap. I'm like, whatever. So we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, the next one really for me is turn off. Only because I don't play first-person shooter no matter what. I tried it multiple times. I tried the Halo collection. Within minutes, I got this and like, nope. But the game itself, like the idea behind it, the premise, it looks interesting. It's a sort of medieval sci-fi. I mean, that's very fantasy. And I like the weapon they showed. The buzzsaw shield, then of course the gun. Come on, it's Doom. You need to have guns. But again, it's supposed to be like a medieval fantasy. I mean, it looks good for what it is. Am I going to play it? No. But for people who are a Doom fan, hey, there you go. Again, day one pass for Game Pass. And supposed to be also going to be on PlayStation 5 and Steam. Again, option is there. Looks potential. 60 frame, badass weapon. The demons, I have to admit, looks badass. And of course, Doom Raider or Doom Slayer, medieval Doom Slayer. He even has a mech and a cyber dragon. Come on there. So, for me, to some extent, it's already like for me, no go because it's just first person. I can't play them. I puke. I mean, here's a bit of a sport I'm going to say. So, believe it or not, in Christmas, a friend of mine got me the PlayStation VR 2 because it was like 50% off. But unfortunately, since it was out-tuned to the story, he did not know that it's not backwards compatible until I told him, and like, oh shit. So it is what it's gonna bum me out. It would have been a better investment if it was backwards compatible because I have a lot of PS4 VR games, but they're not backwards compatible. It sucked, and they said the solution is, oh, just change headgear. I'm like, really? So, of course, I tried some of the VR games. Some of them, I'm not going to lie, made me dizzy. I even tried my first Gran Turismo, the free-to-play game, because that's VR mode. Oh, boy, it plays different. But that's the reason I'm trying to say is that anything that's like sort of a first-person thing, it's a no-go for me. I kind of played it with the enhanced game, Humanity, Res, Tetris Effect. Really cool about it, but that's beside the point there. So, I think the game itself has potential for Doom fans. They're probably going to love it. So now, closing with this one is the rumors were true. The leaker were actually true. They have a surprise fourth game and people don't know what it is. So the hints were, it's a Japanese game. Check. From a beloved developer. I'll explain it later. Of a beloved game. Like, that makes sense. Everything's beloved. People are going to like it. I'm saying, I wonder what that would be. It could be anything to some extent. And then when the show starts, yes, folks, Ninja Gaiden 4 has been announced after 10 years. And before I continue, yes, Ninja Gaiden 4, and also they basically also revealed Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. And I'll explain that for people who are out tuned about the situation. Well, also going to be multi-platform. So, like I said, 3 of the 4 games are third-party. I think only Shadow of Midnight is going to be an Xbox exclusive because it's being published by Xbox Studio. But of course, you've kind of case with Indiana Jones to some extent. Or of course, the rumor Halo Collection and Flight Simulator going to be on PlayStation 5 and Switch 2. We'll just have to wait and see. But again, the info's already there. It was revealed that Ninja Gaiden 4 will be co-developed by Tecmo Koei and Platinum Games. So it kind of makes sense for this one. Why is it in the past? Well, that's been a long time ago. The last new Ninja Gaiden was during the HD era. Think about it. On the PS4 and Xbox One, it was the Ninja Gaiden trilogy, which is based on the PS3 games. Again, I got no problem with that. So some people do have a problem with apparently the Sigma version versus the Black version. I know, weird name. Credit to Maximilian Dude, he even explained it, but I'll explain it later. So, first of all, thoughts about Ninja Gaiden 4. That is badass. That is awesome what it is. It makes sense. Of course, Ryu's back. Not just a new character also going to be there. Hopefully, it's not going to be like a Metal Gear Solid 2 situation, but it doesn't look like it. So, you're going to play 2 different protagonists. Awesome. Gory. You know how the Ninja Gaiden goes. The 3D game. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one coming out this fall. And it will be multi-plat. So a lot of people might not say, wow, this is what Tecmo Koei is just doing or Platinum Games. Well, to some extent, yeah. So like I said, once again, just to reiterate to a lot of people, Ninja Gaiden 4 is not published by Microsoft Studio. It's not. They have nothing to do with it. I thought in the beginning it was. I even almost did a Twitter post to Phil Spencer, but then when I found out that, it's going to move to platform, I had to delete it because the joke wasn't there, and I'm like, nuts. But it is what it is. So, yes, it is published by Tecmo Koei, not Microsoft. Because if you don't know, in the past, believe it or not, Ninja Gaiden was actually an original Xbox exclusive. Later on, the Sigma version was on the PS3. And then Ninja Gaiden 2 was published by Microsoft at the time. And again, later on, Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma was on the PS3. And then with Ninja Gaiden 3, it was already Tecmo Koei by then. And that was already multi-platform from the get-go. It looks like Ninja Gaiden 4 also. So, for people who might say, I thought it's going to be an Xbox exclusive because, it was on the Developer Direct. Nintendo Direct has third-party games. So does PlayStation State of Play. So, just saying there, it's going to be multi-platform from the get-go. But it will be day one in Game Pass. So again, you got Microsoft, you got those Game Pass, go for it. I mean, you probably have to get the Ultimate one because I think if you buy the core Game Pass, you only play the older games. But, it's a business 101. I mean, reality is you're not making money in Game Pass in the perspective of business. It's going to suck, but the idea is there, but the execution to some extent, it's not. So I like that one. So, of course, Ninja Gaiden Black 2 also shadow drop. You can play it. It's $50 if you don't have Game Pass. It is what it is. So the difference between Sigma and Black is that Black is supposed to be the original version of all those games. Remember, same goes with, the original Ninja Gaiden 1. And it's gory and it's like all the OG stuff in it. For what I understand, people said Sigma is sort of toned down, so a bit easier, so probably good for me. A bit of a censorship. They toned down a lot of the gore, violence. But from what I understand also that Sigma had better stuff, if I recall. But again, that's just me. So I don't know what the difference to some extent. And also with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, it's also be running in the Unreal Engine 5. So, if you like into that game engine stuff, there you go. So yeah, so there's option there with Ninja Gaiden Black 2 and Ninja Gaiden 4. So now you might say, what's happening with Platinum Games? How come they're just doing this? Well, if you've been following the story, of course, Hideo Kamiya left due to business, politics, direction. He didn't agree with it, so he left. A lot of the top name left Platinum Games. So credit to Max. I was watching the stream. He just said that, a lot of people are like the new face, the new kid, the new generation. It is what it is. Kind of makes sense. But unfortunately, to some extent, it could be that Platinum Games probably going to be, as of right now, whether you like it or not, going to be a supporting or a second-party developing company. So, they're not going to be able to do their own IP because finance reason. They had tried it before. They did it for Wonderful 101. Kind of failed a bit. The Soul Cresta game, I bought it. It's fun, from what I understand. Didn't really sell well, so... And then their Platinum Game project, I think, just kaput, from what I understand. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. In the case with Tecmo Koei, to some extent, even so they do their own game, Wulong, the Dark Soul game, of course, Dynasty Warrior Origin. It is good. I played the demo. A lot of people like it. It's returned to form to some extent because if you play Dynasty Warrior 9, the open world wasn't really working, and the gameplay there was just boring. I have the game, it's boring. And then they went back with Empire, basically with the map style, but people said the Empire is not really that fun game. They really should stop doing the Dynasty Warrior Empire. It was fun in the beginning, but in the long run, they're not fun. I'm just telling you. Just the original version should be fine. So anyway, Tecmo Koei, I think, in a good place. But to some extent, you also know that they have done some second-party development game. Rise of the Ronin, from what I heard, it was mediocre at best. And then, of course, they've been working with Nintendo with the Musou games. Plus, they also help develop Marvel Alliance 3 and Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So, it is what it is. They can still do their own game. They're a big company, but to some extent, they're probably mostly, again, I hate to go here, a second-party development team, let's just say. Granted, like I said, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black and Ninja Gaiden 4 is Tecmo Koei developed and published, so we'll just have to wait and see. So there you go, my thoughts on the developer direct. It is interesting what they showed, whether you like the game or not. And like I said, if you don't agree with the game because of whatever political reason behind it, just vote with your wallet. It is. There you go. And as for my position about, like I said, with the politics and gaming, I just had to just get it out there. Just say, hey, for me, I don't care each side. They have their reason. It's within their rights. They vote with their wallet. And all they're doing, whether they're left or the right, they're just letting their voice be heard. I kind of do the same thing with no dub, no trophies on Nintendo, censorship, etc., etc. All they do is just letting their voice be heard. Yet, to some extent, it depends on your perspective. It is annoying because it gets in your face. It's hard to ignore when you're trying to find information on the internet and then the first thing you see in your feed and your social media is some bullshit left crap or right crap. It is what it is. Mute is the key thing. Ignore avoidance is also another key thing. But there you go. So anyway, that's my thoughts. With that, I'll see you guys later.